attendant as a veteran or a widow of a veteran because you need assistance to survive. Eating, clothing, bathing, toileting, taking a shower, that kind of stuff. That's a form of aid attendance. What I want to talk today about is special monthly compensation. All right. How many here is getting some kind of service-connected disability? Above 0%. All right. There is more money out there available to you other than 100%. Most people hear about 100%, which is like $3,000. But there's another amount out there that's even more. Go to page 2. On the back of 2. Then on the top of it, it's going to say with children, SMCL. SMCL through SMC-N. On the very first one, it says dependent status, veteran with spouse and one child, L, $3,897.79. What that means is you'll get that plus the 100%, that's $3,000. Now you don't have to be 100%, but if you had a cold L and you had a spouse and one child, they will pay you an extra $3,800 a month on top of what you already get. That's not necessarily a positive thing. That means you got a medical problem that determines you need that. I had a veteran who was drawing so many different codes. He was making like $7 grand a month, but he was in the Tennessee State Nursing Home. He had no arm, he had legs that didn't work. So the wife took the money and inherited her boyfriend and took care of him. But we're going to be talking about special monthly compensation. This is a little training class we had a while back. Authority for special monthly compensation. Make sure I get out of the way. We're going to be talking about that. The prerequisites and the basic requirement. First of all, you got to serve in the military, which is one of the requirements. You got to have honorable discharge, that kind of stuff. You have disabilities caused by service. On the paper I gave y'all, it has different codes, the different subcastions from K all the way to like R or Q, but they don't use Q anymore. The CFR, which is the VA manual, and then the MR2, that manual rewrite, that's just something shows the VA how to do their job. It's a manual rewrite. Y'all never see those. The VA makes determination on all this stuff using their rating codes, non-natural codes, criteria, evaluations for combined evaluation, disabilities, and or bilateral factor or amputation group. Amputation, I know, what's his name, Jesse? Named Jesse come here? Yeah. He's one of those veterans who, because of his disabilities and Vietnam exposure and all that kind of stuff, they've had to cut some things off. When they pay them for those things, they cut off a little extra money. Visual disabilities, if your disability if your military caused you to lose sight, not only when they give you a dog, they'll also pay you for having lost sight. That's not saying my vision is limited, means I have no vision. It's a certain amount of shade that you have. Hearing disabilities, I have one veteran in Brownsville. He's not only can't hear, he's completely deaf in one ear. So they pay him more, 100% for having no hearing. Then he's got the loss of use of one ear, he gets another extra couple $100. So none of this is positive, it's just money. Some people would understand that you'd rather have positive health than have any amount of money to get. But if they run into a situation, I want to make sure they get what they deserve because of what they do. We already talked about the percentages from 0 to 100. There's the temporary rating codes out there for veterans who have a disability. Say he has a disability for service connected for his left hip. Then he has surgery on his left hip because it's gotten worse, and they put a new one in there. When want to get a prosthetic, they may give him 100% for 13 months for that left hip. That's a temporary disability. Then if he has loss of use of their body part of the hip, they may pay him SMC4. Loss of use of extremities, that is the main definition. If you look at that very first page, that's the part where we're talking about special monthly compensation. When we're looking at special monthly compensation, we're looking at loss of use of body parts due to something that happened in service. And it doesn't always have to be something traumatically bad, meaning got his left arm shot off in Vietnam, got his right arm shot off in Iraq. But if that happens, well, they're going to pay you more for it. It ain't as much as your arm is worth or your leg is worth, but they will pay you for it. I think my arm's worth a lot more than anybody can pay me for. Total deafness, independent rating disabilities. Independent rating disabilities is similar to what I was talking about earlier with the aid attendance and or housebound status. Pyramiding, housebound, aid attendance, that's all down in the same area.
I got a question on this first page. Complete loss or loss of use of both buttocks.
Yes, sir.
How do you get that?
Doctor says you cannot lift, push, pull with your buttocks.
Okay.
Get it.
Fix it, if you ain't got no buttocks, well, you can't even sit.
Okay, that's it. Well,
Yeah,
I do know a veteran in East Tennessee. He has sphincter control, which is the ability to push out the fluid out of his body properly. Because he can't control it, he gets 100%. Now, that's not a loss of use of buttock. It's a use of it, it's just not controlled. What he actually has now on top of it is he has no use of it. I mean, it works, but it's just like you're pulling salt out of a salt shaker. Never does what it's supposed to. He can't sit properly, he can't stand properly, has no movement, the muscle itself doesn't work. So they're gonna pay him for his buttocks, lost use buttocks.
Okay.
It's
Be odd.
it's one of those things in there,
Yeah.
you can see,
Yeah.
they're talking, when they talk of loss of use, 90% of the time we're talking loss of use on joints. But they have some other things that are lost of use that 90% of the veterans I deal with who was in Vietnam, who have diabetes, or who have had prostate cancer have this problem. And it has two letters to it. So I'm not gonna say what the letters are, but I'm assuming y'all know what I'm talking about. Those two letters is a disability called special month, they give them a K for it. They'll pay them an extra $100 a month because they have a loss of use of a creative organ. Same thing with the women. The women that went over there and they know, or they had problems in the military, it caused them not to be able to use an organ that help create individuals. If you lose one or lose both, they'll give them K, $100. It's worth more than $100, but they'll pay them extra $100 a month. You won't have a disability rating on it if you deny the disability as a percentage, but they'll pay you a special monthly code K, loss of use of a body part. Q is no longer used. It used to be tuberculosis. People have a PPD shot and it's positive. They no longer use that one. They actually came up with disability rate for that. They used to pay $67 a month. They do L. Loss of use of both feet. Loss of use of both hand or foot. Time of day attendance. Permanently bedridden. But it's all got to be service connected. So what that means is, veteran gets out of the military, 1985, 2016 has a terrible car accident. All right, car accident caused him to have lost both feet and he completely bedridden. They're not going to pay that veteran because it's not due to service. However, flip that situation. If that veteran was on leave and this incident happened, he can get this benefit and he gets his retirement from the military on top of it because he was retired because of his medical issues. Then he can get retirement, VA disability, plus this special code of L. It ain't worth the money, but it'll help his mother, his wife, and whoever take care of the individual, whether it's a male or female veteran. Any questions on that? Now, what is L? I was talking about it earlier. I like that code because it's one of the first ones you see. On the back of page 2. I don't know how much they get paid because they keep changing because I can't remember all of it. It's like $3,800 extra. If you turn to the next page, it has veteran loan, it's $36.17 and 2 cents for a single veteran. On top of his whatever percentage. So that's an additional allowance, which they call a special monthly compensation. We like calling it 8 or 10, but it's called SEC. Code M, loss use of both hands, both knees. That's on there. One hand, one knee, one elbow. So it's kind of like the location of the body.
What about step parents?
What about?
Well, how do they look at them like that? You know, are they, biologically they're not, but yet they're still a step parent because they've married the biological parent. Do they, and something happens to the biological, do they still recognize that person as a parent?
So the question is, children get benefits?
Um,
Okay, example is, me and my wife are married, she has a child before I married her,
right,
okay? Child's in my household, something happens to me, all the children in the household get paid the same,
including, okay.
including the child.
Okay, that's good.
I thought you had to legally adopt her children.
No, sir.
As long as you're providing over 50% of their care,
Yeah,
which you
No,
think
they
in your
and they say
household,
if it's in the
you're
household, it's
providing
covered.
over 50%.
yeah.
In a household, you declare them on your income tax.
They cover it. Now, example is, me, my wife, and my kids, and I got another child by another woman over there. That child possibly get benefits if I can confirm to the VA before I die that they was in my household. That's what the rules say. Any questions on the Code M? If you look at the chart, it tells you, Code M, veteran loan, pay them extra $3,900 a month. Now, they have these codes, you'll see L in there twice, they got L, then they got L and a half. M and a half. But you can't see it on this paperwork, but that's how this is written. End rate, loss of both arms above the elbow, so now you're talking up here. Now you're gonna have this part and this part, so they're gonna pay a different code, which is N. And you can tell from M to N, it's a little bit of pay raise. It's a little bit of pay raise. It ain't worth the money, but it is SMC N. Same thing with both legs near the hip. That will cause them not to be able to use the prosthetic device. As of yet, pretty soon they're gonna get to the point they can use the prosthetic device. But people are learning that's a good way to make money. Y'all do know award money, not only ammo, but how to fix those people. Losses on some near the shoulder, can't use prosthetics, and one leg near the hip, can't use prosthetics. And if they completely blind. O rate, a little bit more money, now we just basically cut the body up. 90% of this stuff I'm seeing is people who are diabetics and they're losing body parts. I see that more than I see people who lost it in the military. I've seen a few, but I see more diabetics that getting cut off, starting at the toes, they work their way up the body. The Vietnam veterans are getting basically, they're either gonna cut it off or you're gonna die with gangrene. I mean, it's not a whole lot of options. So, it's a different rate, as you keep looking at this, it shows the different amounts of money that you get. I share this so that if you know someone who's getting benefits, they may not be getting all of it, because they probably haven't told them that I have a loss of use of the body part.
Does it depend also on their rate when they were in the military, or is it for everybody?
Every veteran, whether he's private or general. Problem is, the longer they stay in, the tougher they are, they don't wanna say they have a problem.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. But it's, different amount of money, not something that you're winning, I mean, you're just getting stuff cut off. Now, I keep saying cut off, that's a misperception. Loss of body part means loss of use. So you may physically still have your arm, still have your legs, but you can't use it. It's not functioning, there's no function at all. You can pinch it, you can hit it with a needle, there's no nerve endings or nothing, they're still in the body, but they can't do it. I have a veteran in Wheaton County, diabetic, lost use of lower body from right below his hips. Basically, he just, so he gets extra, I think $2,500 per leg or something like that. It's a extraordinary amount of money, but he'll tell you, look you right there now and say, I'd rather have my leg back than give me any dime. But since I can't ever get them back, pay me. It's not my fault I'm like this. None of this stuff is possible, it's just tell you what they can get. Completely deafness, loss of anal or bladder splinter control, we talked about that earlier, lost use of buttocks, but they have splinter control also, they get an O rate. Loss of use of two extremity plus helplessness, meaning that left arm, right leg, and I gotta stay in the bed all day. So they give you the O rate for that. And there's some getting K, M, O, R, they combine home, the VA hospital, the VA take care of you, they'll lower that rate from 8 to 10 to the hospital rate while you get taken care of. So the spouse at home wondering why her money just went down to take care of her husband, but if he's in that hospital, they're gonna lower it after it's been there 30 days.
Does that home get that money, or
It's just
they just
lower.
don't do it?
They just pay you less. If I'm caring for you, that means the taxpayer paying for you, take care of you, feeding you, clothing you, providing for you. We're not gonna send money to your bank so somebody else can spend it while you're here. That's basically what they're saying. Not in writing, but that's what they're saying. So I'm not saying don't go get care. If you need care, go get it. Cause it wouldn't be fair to my wife to take care of me if she physically can't do it. She needs somebody else to do it, instead of she gonna let me die. She's not getting that much insurance money anyway. Permanently housebound, S-rate. Now, this is something that I miss with a lot of veterans, not me. This is something I catch with a lot of veterans that the VA misses on a rating decision. So example, veterans 100% for PTSD. Alright, we know they're gonna get $3,000 a month. But the veteran had prostate cancer because he was in Vietnam, or she was in, well, she can't be prostate. Because he was in Vietnam, he had prostate cancer. Because of the prostate cancer, he changed his pads more than 5 times a day. He has to wear diapers. They're gonna pay him 60% of that. So if you got 100% for one thing, plus 60% for something else, they pay you the S rate. That's an extra $300 a month. So can someone get more than $3,000 a month for 100%? Yes. But you gotta have some other factors. So 100% amount is not the most you can get. I don't want anybody to have any disabilities, but if they do, I'm gonna do my best to make sure they get paid according to what the law allows. This is the one the VA misses quite often, especially 4 or 5 years ago. They're better now, but they missed it quite often. 100% plus 60 pays the extra $300, like $340. I forgot what the actual money was. If you see anybody who's 100% and they think they got some other stuff, I always try to tell the veteran, meet me once you get approved for whatever it is. See me once a year. You see the doctor once a year. See me once a year. Let's make sure we're keeping the track. Because your conditions change, the laws change. I want to make sure the laws match your current conditions. Because nobody stays the same year after year after year. Except they at least get old. Now you start adding some real money up, different type percentages for P. As you start chopping off body parts and not working. Both arms, both legs, one arm, one leg. It's a really ugly situation. But we've had those, especially now with the new war going on with the IEDs blowing people up, they can pretty much lose a lot of extremities on one incident. Now, I was going to ask a lot of questions, but we're not going to go there. All right, cost of living increase. Anybody here drawing Social Security? Y'all kind of young.
Yeah.
All right, Social Security aid, people, your income is based on what Congress decides. Congress decides if you get promoted, get the pay raise or not, even though it's based off cost of living allowances,
Yeah.
which is based off of how the life is for us to live out there. I know the last 2 years there has not been an increase, maybe 4. But that's how the difference of this amount will raise because the cost of living increase. Devastating disability is the reason why they get this SMC out. As we discussed, it's all stuff that's pretty bad on. It's not winning. Loss of use of a body part is not winning. Any disability is not winning. But they have to compensate you based off their situation. Then it talks about the footnotes. And any questions?
This veteran with spouse and 2 parents, how does that work? I mean, you've got a spouse, supposedly is taking care of your, is that assuming that the spouse can't or what?
It says spouse and 2 parents. So what that means is, me and my wife, they're paying me because I'm married. I'm the veteran, I'm alive. I got somebody this big, they pay me more because I have a spouse. But if I have 2 parents or 1 parent that I have to take care of,
Oh, that's your, okay,
then they'll pay me more because I have 2 parents I got to take care of.
okay.
Even though I'm a disabled veteran. So majority of the time you'll see that when, back especially a lot years ago when we got an 18-year-old boy that goes into the military, mom and dad is at the farm, dad goes down, he's got to leave and send so much for all that y'all do. I've already apologized to Wanda and Connie, cause I said, talk to them all day, Monday or Tuesday. It has been a